You got to experience the Lil D and the Feet era, right?
I went to high school with Lil D.
Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm hearing back then, like millions was coming through a week,
Mm-hmm.
and crack was that powerful, bro.
Well, right before the crack. So right before the crack, you had spots like Campbell Village or 69th Village and many other spots that it was a lot of heroin going
Right,
on.
right, right.
So you'll have little niggas in like 8th, 9th grade, little niggas, man, that just got jobs as lookouts.
Right.
You can go ask the OGs what they used to make, but as a little nigga, them niggas probably used to make $500 a week or something. I don't know.
Right.
As a little nigga though.
Right, yeah.
So no matter what age you is, you got you a little mobby. The mob around in, you got all the little whatever look, these little niggas was like heroes to niggas like me that wasn't
Right.
working for the organization. But then when you get to moving up, you'll see them start getting money, they get promoted and all that shit. This is before 85. And you go somewhere like Sobrani and they had a little organization, all this shit, how they was running it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when that rock hit, all that seemed to, when the rocks came, it just seemed to make a lot more people rich, and it was a lot more money. And you started noticing that right around the same time the rocks came, the weapons changed too.
Right.
It used to just be like shotguns and rifles and 6-shooter handguns and shit. Then them Glocks started popping up, and them little Middle Eastern fullies and shit. All that shit started popping up in the hood, just like it popped up in the fucking Middle East and the South America and all that shit.
Right.
And then when you would see like a nigga you went to high school with who wasn't no factor in school, wasn't even, wasn't truly fully respected or feared or none of that shit. He just was a dude.
Right.
You see that little nigga like, oh, little so-and-so, that nigga balling. And you said, now, got them shooters and got all that defense and all that, you know what I'm saying? And they could be a savage 3-4 years later, like a normal little dude, you know what I'm saying? And you'll see like somebody who was like, good with them hands, young bully growing up, young savage. I ain't naming no names. I'm just talking about with them hands.
Right.
Be a big old nigga that didn't get his money together. He might have like hit that rock, or he just might have not been, savage enough to run a crew. And you'll see the little bitty nigga is not a big nigga, and the big nigga is the little nigga.
You know what my dad told me? My dad said he smoked the rock for the first time, like how we drink syrup. Mm-hmm. He like, son, crack, when crack came out, mm-hmm. crack wasn't what crack is today. Mm-hmm. Like, people smoked so much of it and just lost themselves. Mm-hmm. He was basically telling me like, he was like, son, like it was really like a thing to do. It wasn't bad. You get what I'm saying? There was a new drug around.
It was a baller. It was baller status at first.
Okay, talk to me.
Before they named it crack, it was called freebasing. And that's what the jokes.
Ether basing.
Yeah, the jokes about Richard Pryor burnt himself up, freebasing, all that shit. It was freebasing. It was like if you was I was in high school in the early 80s. If you knew that the big homies was finna go smoke, they'd be like, yeah, nigga, we about to go smoke. You know what I'm saying? They was popping their collar. Nigga, what y'all mean? We've been smoking, nigga. And they was talking about freebasing. But even then, that shit was very addictive. And you would see the deterioration of a person who indulged in it. But when it became known as the crack epidemic and crack, I mean, literally, I experienced this shit, bro. I'm high school class of 84.
Listen, I hear it in the music. If you listen
the
to
crack is introduced into my generation as we are coming of age as men.
Yeah.
And literally, if I had to go look at the high school yearbook for my year, I would say it went 50-50. Half the motherfuckers became crack dealers and half of them became crack users. Not literally, but it was big numbers. And, we experienced this shit. We heard about, okay, we little 1983, 84. We little niggas, they like, man, they selling rocks like now $10 because like you think you want a freebase, you got to be a baller. Like I have you a few hundred and go and ball out and smoke or something.
Right.
They like they selling for $10 on Plymouth.
Right.
So a motherfucker like, let's see what it is. So we not finna smoke a pipe. We ain't doing that. We gonna take the rock and crunch it in a little weed. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, like I could from experience, I can tell you how a motherfucker became a crackhead because that shit is really good and it make you feel really good. As soon as it start making you feel good, you got to get some more. Right. I seen families get torn on behind that shit. I seen motherfuckers destroy their lives behind that shit. And me, myself, when I felt like I loved it, and we used to smoke Grimmies. We called them Grimmies, and it was trying to like, who gonna hit the pipe? Because the little I used to smoke Grimmies with, some of them became crackheads. But on my end, I was always around these money like Dean Hodges. Then I get around Ted Bohannon and them is like, bro, don't bring that shit around me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be like them. I'm with Ted Bohannon and all them, and I'm trying to be with them and around them. And they like, if anybody use cocaine around us, nigga, you never come around us again. Now, these would whip up the package and package it up, and the leftovers just laying around. They throw that shit down the sink. A crackhead would smoke all night on them leftovers, but they already packaged up the profit. And they don't care about that. That's how they was. So when I got around that environment, I was like, I don't want no cocaine.
Right.